Okay, so greetings everyone. This is Shreyash Kadam from TY Mechanical. Today I will be demonstrating how to create a virtual machine using a hypervisor on your own laptop. So we'll start with the process. I have installed the hypervisor VMware Workstation 17 player. This is free to use as for the non-commercial purpose that we can install limited amount of virtual machines on our own laptop or device. So let's start. So I'll create a new virtual machine. In this, I will install the operating system later. It is the OS file where you're going to install. So basically, the steps that we are going to follow is uh, configuring the virtual machine that you're going to need on your device. So this is one. Now, this is a type of operating system that most of the people desire. There are first one is Microsoft Windows that is used most of the times globally by general amount of people. Next one is Linux, and the third one is other. So I'm going to install Ubuntu 64-bit option that is a form of Linux operating system. So now I'll name this as Ubuntu 64-bit Shreyash ISE, and this is the place where it is going to be stored or being created on my device. So amount of space allocation. Now this is the part where we are going to actually configure the virtual machine that we are going to create. So the space that I'm going to allot to this virtual machine from my SSD is going to be 45 GB storage. And going on to next, we'll customize this now. This is where I'm going to allocate it RAM, that is the memory. So I'll roughly allocate 6000 MB of RAM, that is around 5.9 GB. Yeah, that is 5.9 GB. And processor is the number of cores that I'm going to appoint. So at this case, as I have 10 cores in my machine, I'm going to appoint 4 cores to the virtual machine in this case. As I have 16 gigabits of RAM and 10 cores of worth of computational power on my device itself. And in new CD or DVD section, I'm going to select use ISO image file. ISO image file is the that is operating system file that I've downloaded from the official Linux website. I've already downloaded it, and in this case, you can download and then use it. This is the ISO file. We'll open it, and then we'll click on close. And this is we are done configuring with our virtual machine. That is 6000 MB of RAM, 45 GB of storage, and 4 cores worth of CPU. I'll click on finish, and as you can see over here, ISC file that is Ubuntu 64-bit Shreyash ISC named virtual machine has been created on my hosted that is laptop or device. So I click on OK, and now it's time to install it. As you can see, the installation process has started in this case. Now I'll select try or install Ubuntu. So I'll click on enter. Now it's going to start the installation process. As you can see, the machine is trying to install Ubuntu. The process has started. Okay, so this is where the Ubuntu process has come to. Now the device will ask for installation of more Ubuntu files. That is, now we are going to configure the operating system inside our virtual machine that we have hosted. We are going to install the Ubuntu. That is complete the complete installation process in this case. So I'll click on install Ubuntu now. Selecting of the language, I will select English US. Let's keep it default. As the hardware has to run both the virtual machine operating system as well as its own operating system, that is Windows. The machine experience feels a bit laggy and slow in this case. Continue normal installation. And we are going to use everything that is possible in this case. Click on continue again and let it complete the process of installation. Now we'll select your erase disk and install Ubuntu. This won't affect our host machine as we are using this process on the hypervisor. So it's going to remove any operating system on the hypervisor allocated space and install Ubuntu only on that. So it doesn't matter. We'll continue with the same option. And click on install now. Now we have to select the region. So I'll select my nearest one Mumbai. Shreyash, Kadam. So this is running the same and password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and require manual password to it. So let's continue. So the basic installation process of Ubuntu of complete software has started over here. So we'll continue once the complete installation process is done without hampering it in any form. So now we're done with the installation process. It asks us to require the restart the virtual machine that we've installed. So we'll restart it. So this is how it's now trying to restart. So it will basically take 1 to 2 minutes as the virtual machine is consuming some amount of hardware RAM. So it's a bit slower than the hosted one. So the device has restarted. That is the virtual machine is restarted. Now I'll log in. So yes, this this is how I installed a virtual machine on my laptop device. So it will just start in a minute or two. Yes, this is the Ubuntu 64-bit one. As I've allotted 5.6 GB, 5.9 GB, that is approximately 6 GB, and 4 cores of RAM. This one is smooth, that we can do calculations for like all sorts of work. For example, if we take, let's say calculator, just for example, it works pretty fine, and it can even consume net of that it can create a virtual network using the same port of my hardware, and we can even access internet with this. So this is how we can actually create a virtual machine using hypervisor VMware on our own laptop or desktop. Thank you.